Hi, I'm Shannon Sedgwick, and welcome to Esthers' Follies Beyond the Window.
In the words of Mikhail Baryshnikov, life is a dance. And that continues even here at Esthers' Follies. But the choreography you see on stage isn't nearly as intricate or as complex as the series of epicycles that transpire backstage. You see, it takes a lot of precision movement. It's like one of those puzzles where you can only move one block at a time to form a whole picture. It's really a lot like ants with emergence theory. You know, patterns sort of develop because we all have the same goal of keeping the show moving and not running into each other.
Yeah, talk about running into each other or possibly falling flat on our face. I usually do that. I think I've fallen backstage maybe 6 or 7 times. I've ruined both knees doing things like that, running off the stage and taking a flying leap off. But the biggest thing is having to change your clothes really quickly and put your stuff someplace where you can run over, get out of everybody's way. Somebody's being a big giant, piece of paper, and I'm getting into Patsy Cline, and someone else is putting on a huge hat, or like Cindy, who has to literally strip down and get back up again in 2 seconds. So that's kind of the hard thing, is to get out of the way so that Cindy can do that and hand her mic and a stool and get back on the stage while the last thing is happening in the sketch.
I'm sorry, I wasn't ready for that. Excuse me. I was just having a quick change of mind. What Shannon said, I agree. It's a ballet, as Ted said. You're either very artistic at it, and some days we just fall flat on our faces, but it is a matter of just trying to squeeze everybody into what they need to do, and allowing for people to get past you. Falling, yes, falling backstage. I've gotten to the point where I know exactly how many steps it takes to get down those stairs, and it's 6, and then you stop at the landing, and then it's 6 more. And quick changes. It's wonderful to have a cast, brothers and sisters that you can depend on for help. Oftentimes it takes a couple of us to help one person to get into a real quick change and get them out onto the stage again, and that's teamwork.
Before any new actor is allowed to set foot on the stage at Esthers, they have to spend 6 weeks of preparation backstage before they ever get out here, before they ever say a line, before they ever sing a medley song. The first week is just observing. We hang them in a gibbet above the staircase so they can see the patterns and observe them. The second week is what we call a dry run. We blindfold them and let them wander back and forth backstage and just feel where people are, where props are. You need to get a feeling. You need to be able to do it without thinking. The next 2 weeks we let them take off because we can't really justify 6 entire weeks of training. It's not in our budget. Week 5, they come back, they've forgotten everything they learned, so it's back up at the gibbet. Week 6, blindfold again, but this time they have to keep a lighter lit for half the time they're walking around backstage. Then they're ready.
Basically, backstage looks like a magician threw up back there. It's full of magic props that all have their spot, and it's like a puzzle where the magic prop comes out and then it has to go back, so nothing else can go in that space. And you also have to make sure that you don't get run over as the prop is coming out, going on stage and going off. Oh yeah, and the party is always in my dressing room.
That's true. There's 3 dogs in there at all times. As a magician's assistant, I've had to be fearless or fight a fear pretty quickly. Fear of fire, claustrophobia, no water fear, fear of heights, because you descend from the ceiling, and you have to be able to lift really heavy, muscular men in prostitute boots and not fall.
Well, backstage, there's pretty much everything you'd expect. There's water damage, there's rodents, and there's sexual harassment. You know, it's big leagues, that's for sure. I mostly hang out doing the ropes. That's what I do, is in the ropes.
So you can see, magic, mystery, costume changes, life abounds in teams backstage. It's a wonder anything gets done, really. Sean?
I just want to make sure that none of you guys, that CJ doesn't see all this stuff about people taking their clothes off.
And there you have it.
Okay, let's see. No. Oh, hi. This is Carry On, and I am in the backstage, the cow chute, so to speak, of Esthers Follies. This is where it really all happens. Of course, here I am busy writing the show as usual, and I'm not ever satisfied. But this is where it all takes place. This is the cow chute. This is it behind the scenes. As you can see, it just goes all the way. It just keeps on going to South Austin. This feeds all the way in, across the river, under the river. And we've got the deck back here, we got the jacuzzi, we got the pool, we got the polo, we got the screening room. And of course, here's a phone director, Lily Tomlin. Lily, babe, this is Carrie. Huh? Okay, put it on hold, all right? I'm doing a show, hold on. But it's beautiful, and of course, here's the clothing. All this stuff is handmade. This is only the finest material too. And this stuff, I mean, it looks tacky, but no, this is the finest material, all Italian-made suits. Jack Brown Cleaners comes in every Monday, picks all this stuff up and cleans it. And these stains are put here on purpose. They really are. And of course, here's the little rabbit. I mean, this is the mascot of Esthers, and this is what it's all about, really, for the kids. The rabbits, the kids. And that's why we do this. I mean, because it's for the children, basically. That's why I'm in show business, for the children. Help out the kids.
Backstage used to be a lot smaller than it is now. We've expanded it mainly because of Ray's magic things, but we used to have this no space at all. In our first original Esthers, we had this little tiny hallway that we had heard had been a small restaurant, a takeout kind of restaurant, but it was maybe at the most 2 feet across. And we'd go shooting down that to get to the stage, and then like you were right on the stage right away. So we got used to doing everything on the fly, and especially costumes and stuff. You would just have to, things like the medley, which are like 12 very, very short little songs and involve having to have costumes or props. We would just, have to do it on the fly, and everybody helping everybody else and putting your little pile of clothes someplace else where somebody else won't grab it or run over it or something. It's kind of like a puzzle.
It's jail time for Jeb Bush's daughter.
Two little girls named Bush, you see, they went out on a drinking spree. They got drunk with a fake ID. Two little girls named Bush. Then came along Jeb Bush's daughter, trying